Hello, students of Philosophy of Education. Welcome to um, week 10, where we actually complete examining a set of contemporary issues and problems and debates in schooling. Today, this week, we examine parents' rights in general and in particular with regard to education. Of course, a related topic to parents' right is the child right, and we address this issue too. Um, I guess unsurprisingly, because they are at times or many times in conflict. We'll explore how these two sets of rights are indeed in conflict, and when one of them prevails the other, and from an educational point of view, whether and how the educator is supposed, if any, to intervene in case of these rights are in clash with each other. We read an important text by Feinberg from 1980 on the child's right to an open future. This is not the same Feinberg as last week. We also read an article by McAvoy on what's called exit rights, and a more recent article by Bialystok on opting out children by parents from particular classes in school. Interestingly, but again, maybe not surprisingly, all these pieces at least mention um, the Amish in the US and their demand that was accepted to take their students out of school from a certain age. So, as usual, we have two themes. The first one is titled Parents' Rights versus the Child right, and I'm asking you here, how do you see this clash between those sets of rights, between the parents' rights to raise their children as they see fit on the one hand, and the child's rights to an open future as Feinberg formulates it, and their exit rights as McAvoy discusses on the other. In particular, I'm asking you, where is the border? Where is the limit between parents' rights over their child education and the child's rights for autonomy and education for autonomy? In your essay, please explain briefly those notions of the child's rights to an open future and exit rights. What are those? Explain when you are answering the question. The second theme, titled Opting Out and the Educator's Place, where you actually required to integrate the educator in this mix. So I'm asking, what should be the educator's place in a case where parents wish to opt out their children out of a curriculum or a class that the educator thinks that it's crucial and vital for the child's well-being, and perhaps also others' well-being. So you are required to consider not just the parent-child conflict or axis, but to add the educator's point of view. Should, and if so, when and how the educator to intervene, to get between the parents and the child and do something. So educator here is not some kind of an abstract figure, but an actual professional, for example, a teacher who works and teaches the child who is a student, right? Does the educator, as an educator, as a professional, have some kind of special authority or responsibility when it comes to the child's education. I'm asking you here to use Bialystok's argument in her paper and the case study of sex education curriculum in Ontario to discuss what should be the educator's role. She's not dealing particularly with the educator's role so much, but she does bring an argument against opting out, and I would like you to use this argument, of course, for or against. If you might it helpful, you can consider the following scenario in order to address theme 2. So let's assume you are a teacher, or there is a teacher, not necessarily you, who teaches a unit on gender or and sexuality, let's say, and this unit includes topics like gender identity and sexual orientation. And let's say that parents of one of the students call the teacher and inform that because of their religious belief, let's say, they take their children out of the classes. So they opting out the child. But the teacher knows the particular students and their uncertainties, students and their uncertainties about their sexuality, and the teacher believes that missing the unit or the classes will damage the student emotionally, socially, and psychologically, let's say even long term. What the teacher is supposed to do to confront the parents, to approach the principal, to guide the student kind of underground manner outside the class. So I'm asking you to discuss this situation from a philosophical point of view. I mentioned the assignment that is coming up, assignment 3. So this week, when we conclude the part of the course addressing those special issues and problems in contemporary schooling, you have the material you need for assignment 3 about any topic that you will pick from week 7 to 10. I remind you that in this assignment you are required to take a deeper reflection on those readings and one of the topics. So we need to pick one of the topic from week 7 to 10 and respond to an argument or set of arguments or a debate made by an author or set of authors in the particular topic in the particular readings. Your response should include analysis of the given argument or arguments, and you don't have to take and articulate an absolute position for or against school choice or funding religious schools or parents' rights. You can have a more complex positions that integrates claims from different perspectives. In any case, you must give philosophical arguments to support your position. Of course, you're allowed to use other resources and other arguments. You are, of course, allowed to use also empirical evidence. So I wish you that you will enjoy the readings this week and a good start at least working on assignment 3. That's all for me. Bye bye.